Welcome to jetNEXUS tutorials for fast, scalable and resilient applications. Tutorial 10 covers creating and applying application health monitors, sometimes called Layer 7 real server monitors or health checks. Okay, so here we've got three services. We're applying a health check of 200 OK, or a health monitor, to the port 80 service. And we can see that that health check has passed, so all of those servers are up and serving content. What we want to do now is create a custom health check where we can inspect the response back from the server. So first of all, we click Add Monitor and then give that monitor a name. So I'm going to call this one Layer 7 or L7 Check Server 1 and just give it a brief description. And my description just saying we're going to look at the content to pass it, or to pass or fail. So I'm just going to put to pass in this one. And instead of the rule above where it says DICOM, we're going to choose HTTP response because we want to know what that response is and we want to check against that response. So the page that we're going to check is the healthcheck.html page. I'm going to look inside that page and I need to see this content anywhere on that page. So server 1 up. So I'm going to do exactly the same again. I'm going to add another monitor. This one is going to be called L7 Check Server 2, and I'm just going to paste in there the description from above, choose HTTP response, copy this page location, and then type in server 2 up. So let's add our third monitor, and surprise surprise, this is called L7 Check Server 3. Oops. So let's cut and paste to make our life easier, the description. Change to response, and I'll just type this one out. And no prizes to guess that this is server 3 up. Don't forget to click update to save your setting. And before we go to the IP services, maybe we'll add one more. This is going to check whether all servers are up. So common to all servers or all pages is the word server. So this one checks for the word server rather than specifically for server 1 or server 2 or server 3 up. So exactly the same. HTTP response, healthcheck.html, so it's checking the same page. But this time the required content is not so specific, so we're just going to put in server. Just server. Let's click update and save those. So within IP services, now we can select those health monitors. So let's check for server 1. We'll go back to the server section so we can see our servers, and we should see server 1 remains green and the other two go grey, meaning it's finding its status. They'll eventually go to red. And if we put in healthcheck.html, we should see we're serving content from only web server 1. There we go, we can see server 1 up. Go back to the load balancer, we can see they've failed their checks. So that's because we're only looking for that specific content for that health check. So let's try server 2. Again, that would go green. Server 1 and 3 will go grey until they fail their health checks. So first of all, they find status they test a number of times and then they fail them. And we'll try server number 3 just to be thorough. We'll do exactly the same. Server number 3 will go green, the other 2 will go grey, and then eventually red, and fail their health checks. There we go, they've gone red. Refresh, we get server 3. And let's go to our final health check that we created, or health monitor. We're just looking for the word server in all of those pages, and therefore all 3 should go green. And we can test that by refreshing our page, and make sure you do Control F5, and we can see the server up goes from 1, 2 and 3. Thanks for watching, and please check out the rest of the series from the links below. There's also a link to get your very own ALBX free trial.